Welcome dear student. Today we are going to begin with the topic of graph theory. First we will see the applications of graph theory. It can be used to model computer networks, social networks, communication networks, information networks, software design, transportation networks, biological networks and in many domains. Some real-life applications of graph theory are to find the shortest path between the roads or the networks. In Google Maps, various locations are represented by a vertices or a dots, and the roads between the cities are used to represent by the edges. The concept of graph theory is useful to find the shortest path between the two cities. Traveling salesman problem is the another domain where we have the applications of graph theory. Graph coloring. Every social network can be expressed as a graph. Car navigation system also use the concept of graph theory. And there are many more applications in the real life where we use the concept of graph theory. Let us understand some terminologies which are used in graph theory. Nodes. Every graph consists of set of points which are shown by small dots or small circles are known as nodes or vertices. Edges. Nodes are connected by lines which are known as edges or arcs. Let us check the definition of graph. Let V be a non-empty set of nodes of the graph and E be the set of edges of the graph, and phi is the mapping from the set of edges to set of ordered or unordered pair of nodes in V. Then graph is denoted by capital G and it is a collection of vertices, edges and the mapping phi. The number of vertices in the graph is called as the size of the graph, and the number of edges in the graph is called as the order of the graph. Now, what is subgraph? Let V dash be a subset of V and E dash be the subset of E, whose end vertices belongs to V dash. Then the graph H, V dash, E dash, that is the graph H contains the set of vertices denoted by V dash and the set of edges denoted by E dash, and it is called as a subgraph of the graph G. Here if we have the graph G VE with the four vertices V1, V2, V3 and V4, then V1, V4, V3 connected by these three edges is called as the subgraph of G. Next, we have the definition of directed graph. A graph in which every edge is directed is called a directed graph or a digraph. Here, this particular graph is called as a directed graph because every edge has a direction. So this graph is called as directed graph, and here we have the four nodes V1, V2, V3, V4 and 5 edges. Undirected graph. A graph in which every edge is undirected is called as undirected graph. So this is what undirected graph, because no edge has a direction. Mixed graph. It is a graph in which some edges has the direction and some are undirected. then the graph is called as a mixed graph. So for the same graph, if we assign a direction to some edge and other are undirected, then that graph is called as the mixed graph. Initial and terminal node. For the graph G, X belongs to E, that is X be a directed edge associated with the ordered pair UV. Then the edge X is said to be initiating from node U and terminating at node V. So this is an edge X which belongs to the set of edges of the particular graph, and if it is connecting the two nodes U and V and it is a directed edge, because UV is a ordered pair, that means ordered matters, so it is connecting node U to V. So for this edge X, U is called as the initiating node and V is called as a terminating node respectively. Now loop. An edge of a graph which connects to node itself is called as a loop. Now if we have one edge from U to V, but the edge which is connecting to the node itself, it is called as a loop. So this is a loop for the node U, an edge connecting to the node itself. Note, in case of directed edges, two possible edges between a pair of nodes which are opposite in direction are considered as distinct. That means if you have a two nodes U and V and there is an edge x1 from U to V and there is another edge from V to U denoted by x2. In that case, x1 is not equal to x2 because they are in between the two nodes U and V, but they are in opposite direction. So they are not equal. X1 is not equal to x2. In some directed or undirected graph, certain pair of nodes are joined by more than one edge. For example, here the node U and V are joined by the three edges x1, x2 and there is one more edge x3. So these three edges are called as the parallel edges. If we assign a direction to all these three, then x1 and x2 are parallel edges and x1, x3 or x2, x3 are parallel but they are distinct. Simple graph. Any graph which has neither loops nor parallel edges is called a simple graph. So a graph which don't have any loops or a parallel edge is called as a simple graph. So here V1, V2, V3 are the vertex of the graph and they are connected by three edges. As there is a no loop and parallel edges in the graph, this graph is a simple graph. Multigraph. Any graph which involves some parallel edges but there is no loops in the graph, then graph is called as multigraph. So we can have the multigraph with V1, V2, V3, three vertices, and here the parallel edges are allowed with this graph but no loops. So these two edges are parallel. We can have few more parallel edges between V1 and V2 like this. So parallel edges are allowed with the multigraph but loops are not allowed. Pseudograph. A graph in which loops and multiple edges are allowed is called pseudograph. So with pseudograph, loops as well as parallel edges are allowed. So we can have the loops at certain vertices, and we also can have the parallel edges. You can assign direction or leave it the edges as undirected. So this is a pseudograph. Weighted graph. The graph in which weights are assigned to every edge is called weighted graph. If we assign the weight to the edges, then that graph is called as weighted graph. So here I assign a 4 units weight to the edge between V1 and V3. Here I can have the weight as 3 units. So if the weights are assigned to the edges of the graph, then that graph is called as weighted graph. Converse of a graph. The converse of graph G can be obtained by simply reversing the directions of the edges in a graph G. The converse of graph G is denoted by G converse and is given by, it is a set of vertices V and the edges, which is now denoted by E converse, because the direction of the edges of graph G is get reversed, and now the set of edges is denoted by E converse. Null graph. A graph connecting only isolated nodes is called a null graph. But what is isolated node? So in a graph, a node which is not adjacent to any other node is called an isolated node. And the graph which contains only isolated nodes is called as a null graph. So here we have the null graph containing 3 vertices or 3 nodes V1, V2 and V3, and these nodes are not adjacent to any other node. Complete graph. A simple graph, that means no loops and no parallel edges. A simple graph is said to be a complete if every node is adjacent to all the other nodes of the graph. So here we can have the complete graph with 3 vertices, because here we can see that every node is adjacent to every other node. V1 is adjacent to V2 and V3. Adjacent node means there exists an edge between the two nodes. Here there is one more example with 4 vertices V1, V2, V3, V4. And if we connect this V1 with V3 and V2 with V4, this graph is a complete graph, because V1 is adjacent to V2, V3, V4 and every other node of the graph is adjacent to every other node. So this is the example of complete graph. In degree of a node, it is the total number of edges ending at the node, and the out degree is the total number of edges beginning from the node. That means the number of edges coming in the node is counted as the in degree of that node, and the number of edges going out from that particular node is called as out degree of node. And the total degree of node is nothing but the sum of in degree and out degree of a node. Note, sum of all in degrees of all nodes gives the total number of edges in a graph, or sum of the out degrees of all the nodes gives the total number of edges in a graph. So sum of all in degrees or out degrees gives the total number of edges in a graph. And in case of undirected graph, the total degree of node V is equal to the number of edges incident with V. So if there is undirected graph, that means there is no way to count in degree or odd degree. There is only a total degree of node V. So the number of edges incident or with that particular node V is called as the degree of that node. Let us take an example. Write in degree and out degree for the following diagram. Here we have the graph in which we have a 4 vertex 1, 2, 3 and 4 edges, and all the edges are directed. That's why this graph is called as directed graph, and we have to find out in degree and out degree for each of the vertex. Now we'll start with the vertex 1. For the vertex 1, there are two edges incidenting with the vertex 1, and both the edges are going out from 1. That means in degree of vertex 1 is 0 and out degree of vertex 1 is 2. Coming to the vertex 2, there are two edges with the node 2. One edge is coming to the node 2 and other is going out from the node 2. That means in degree of node 2 is 1 and out degree is also 1. Similar is the case with the vertex 3. One edge is coming in to the vertex 3 and one edge is going out from the vertex 3. That's why in degree of vertex 3 is 1 and out degree is also 1. For the vertex 4, there are two edges coming in to the vertex 4. That's why out degree of vertex 4 is 0 and in degree of vertex 4 is 2. Now if we count the total in degree of the all vertices is 4 and out degree of all the vertices is 4, and in degree is equal to out degree and it is equal to number of edges involved in the graph. So in degree is equal to out degree is equal to number of edges in the graph.